Hi everybody, it is Linda Hicks and with Scrap Stars Paper Crafting, and it's Sunday, so we're having scrapbook or scrap layout Sunday. So I started a series last Sunday where I took a paper pumpkin card kit that was older kit that's still available on Stampin' Up. And so I made 6 of the cards, and there was 9 cards total in the kit. And then I took each one of the cards and made a 2-page layout out of it. And this was the layout from last week that I showed you how to do using the pieces from the card kit. And then just some paper that I had on hand. And then I did cut a Cricut title for my page. So this week we're going to use, and then this was the card from last week. Isn't that a cute card too? I love it. Just love these kits. They're so cute. And then it folds out like that. I mean, I love just the cards, but I'm a scrapbooker and I just thought, oh, this would make a really cute scrapbook page. So this week we're going to do the second card in the group. Oops, and I gotta glue this down. It says waving hello, and it's a little crab, and he's holding on to it with his little, and I just need to kind of glue that in there a little bit. But anyway, he's waving hello, little crab, and it's another like fun fold card that stands up. And so I took this card pieces and I made this 2-page layout. So today I'm going to show you how to put this 2-page layout together. And then we have one more card for next week. Now, here is, we're going to go ahead and start, but I wanted to tell you that if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can go in and go into older kits, or I think it's older kits, and then just look and see what they still have available. I do know that the Fun in the Sun Paper Pumpkin kit is still available. I would appreciate any sales that you could have come my way. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and so if you were to purchase them from me, I am working on the guide, the cutting guide for this. And if you purchase it from me, I will go ahead and send you the cutting guide for how to put this together. So with that being said, I will go ahead and start putting this one together. So we'll start with page 1. All right. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut paper. Now I'm just using blue paper that I had on hand. I think it's a good color for that, that I had on hand. So I have a pretty large cardstock stash. So I'm just using cardstocks that I have. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut both of these pieces of paper, and I'm cutting them 10 by 10. So we'll just start by doing that. Bring my cutter up here. And I'm going to measure it out to 10 inches. And these are 12 by 12 sheets of paper. So, okay, 10. And then I'm going to cut, of course, I keep all my scraps too, because you never know if you need them for a card or something else. So this one I'm going to bring up to 10 inches as well. So I'm making a square to put my photos in. And you can see that that fits perfectly over that piece. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the next page because it's identical with that other page. So we're going to go 10 and 10 again. So I'm cutting this at 10 inches. Oops, didn't cut all the way through. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it. Ew, I bent my paper. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I think we'll be okay because it's on the end, and I'm going to cut that off anyway. Okay, so then I'm going to bring this up to 10 again. Yep, perfect. So see that little boo-boo where it got caught in the trimmer and didn't cut all the way? is cut away, so it's not even going to show. So I have another 10 by 10 to use for that. So then I'm going to go ahead and grab my envelope that came in the kit as well. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut off the top of the envelope. So I'm going to line this up because I'm going to use those on the sides for the pictures. So, and then I'm just going to go ahead and cut this part here, hold it. So I'm going to use these stripes, and here I'll show you. I kind of, just as another decorative piece, I used parts of the envelope just to, so I can tuck my picture, still tuck my picture underneath, but it just gives it another decorative element to the page. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. And then I'm going to cut this, let's see, right at in between the 3. And I'll line that up. And then I'm going to trim this side just a little bit more because I want it more consistent with the other side. Bring that up. And then I'm just going to put these aside to use later. All right. And then what I'm going to do with this envelope, I mean, I can use it for something else like a pocket or something on another page. But actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trim the sides here and throw that away so that I can open it up, and I'm going to use the inside of the envelope. Now I'm not going to use it on this one, but you can see this is a really pretty paper that I can use for another project. So I'm just going to set this aside to use for something else at a later date. Okay, but like I said, you could use you could leave it together and use it as a pocket for photos or something that you might want to use it for. All right, let me grab a couple white sheets. I guess I didn't get my white out. And for our base pages, so you'll need 2 white base pages, and it's pretty simple. All I'm going to do is glue those 2 blue pages down. Move this up a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take my adhesive, and I'm just going to center these 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the bottom, and 1 inch on each side. So we'll go ahead and do this page, and then I'm going to set it here so I have my measuring thing. This is an older mat. I don't know if you guys have a mat. I do know that Stampin' Up! has a glass mat right now that they have on sale, but I do use my mat a lot for helping me line things up nicely for my scrapbook pages. So there goes my first one. It's just really handy for lining up like these kinds of things when you're doing, and also like lining up stuff, my pictures and where I'm putting stuff. I really do use my mat a lot. Okay, as you can tell, because I ended up getting 2 of them. All right, so I have, this is at 1 inch and at 11, and I'm going to bring it down to 11 from the top, and there we go, and smooth that out. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here, and I'm going to bring back that first page so I can work on that first, so we can see what we're doing. Oops, and I forgot, I lost my little thing. The cool thing about this page is there's a secret little pocket in here. And this piece did not come from the card that we're using today. It didn't come from this card. It came from the first card that we did, the redid, and I never used this piece of the card. So I am using this as a journaling area. I like a little hidden journaling area, or you could even put some pictures down in there, and I'm just tucking that underneath, and I'm going to show you how easy that is to do. Okay, so we'll have this on this side, and this is such an easy, fun layout to do. So I've got some scrap paper. This is kind of a light gray, and I thought it just blended well with the elements in this card, as you can see. So I'm just using some scraps that I have to make my photo placement areas. And of course, these are 4x4 photos, but again, you can make this. This is pretty easy to, you can change it up and make this a 4x6 and a 3x4. You can do some real fun things with this to make it match your photos. So it's really up to you of how you want your photos. But I chose 4x4s because I do a lot of 4x6 photos, and it's easier just to chop off little pieces of a 4x6 to make it a 4x4. So let's see what this little scrap piece measures at. Okay, I'm going to need it at 4 1/4 because I want a little quarter of a border, a little border for my photo. So it's like a matted photo. So I'm going to cut these pieces 4 1/4 for my 4x4 photo. So this is 4 1/4. Okay. And this is going to be 4 1/4. And of course, this is just a leftover piece. So that's just one for here. For some reason, that doesn't look totally straight. Let's measure this piece. It is a scrap, so you just never know sometimes what you're going to get. 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 4 1/4. I got new glasses the other day, so I'm trying to get used to using them. Okay, so now I'm going to take this other piece here. I'm going to go 4 1/4 again. And I'll use these pieces for something else. And I can get 2 more out of that one. So we'll go 4 1/4. And 4 1/4. Oh, this is going to work out really nice. And then I have this piece, which is already 4 1/4 up and down, and I'm going to make it 3 1/4. So I'm just going to tuck off just a little bit of that piece. And that's going to go right there. Okay. This page is going to go very easy to put together. So then I'm just going to kind of measure where I want these. I want a little bit of a boundary. So I'm kind of bring it in to just between the 1/2 and the 1/4, 1 1/2 and 1 1/4. And the first one you line up is kind of the most important. So I'm going to kind of even them out a little bit so that it looks good. I'm going to go ahead and sit down so it's a little easier on me to actually do this. So I'm going to go ahead and just adhere these onto my page. Whoopsie. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and line these up nice and straight. So that looks pretty good. And then I'll line this one up. Easy peasy. And okay, I want that down a little bit. There we go. I know, I'm such a perfectionist. I have to have it just perfect. Okay, and then this one I'm going to line up as well. There we go. Now on this one, I'm going to use some foam tape. And I'm just going to put it along the 2 sides here. And that's to build this up so that I can slide my card in and out. Pretty easy. So I'm just going to take my scissors and trim this here. I just put it right on the edge of each side of that 3x4. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a piece down here, but I might put a second piece on there because I'm going to go ahead and line up my card and see where I want it to land. So here we have it right here. I'm going to stick my card in there, and that's not too bad actually. That's pretty good because it just peeks out just perfect. So I might just leave that the way it is. I have it a little higher here. I might, you know, it would look fine a little higher. I might bring it up a little higher, but so I might just put another little strip. It just depends on what looks good to you. So I'm going to kind of just line that up real close because it was so close, and make sure that that looks really good where I want it. Yeah, I think that's going to look much better. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So I'm going to take that out of the way and then just kind of pull these off. I have my pick tool that I need to get out so I don't use my fingernails, and I've already ruined my fingernails with gardening. I don't know about you guys, but boy, those weeds are just growing faster than I can put them back together. It's just been crazy. All right, so as soon as I pull weeds, it's like they come back with a vengeance. All right, so I'm gonna line that up. So then I can put my little card. Oops, did I put it on upside down? Of course I did, because I'm doing a video. All right, so very carefully, fortunately, adhesive is a little forgiving if you're very careful. We'll line that back up the right way this time. Everybody, it's sometimes good to make a few mistakes. That way people can learn how to figure it out. I mean, learn how to correct those mistakes. Okay, so that's going to sit in there like that. Then I'm going to take my stripe, and it really doesn't matter which stripe you use. I just picked one or the other, so I might change it up and do this one and this one. And so I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive and just put it on the very end of this one, and I'm going to tuck this up under here on the edge. And then I'm going to take a little bit of adhesive again and just put it on the edge of this one. And then I'm just going to gently fold and bring this up here. Let's see, I will have to get my pick tool out. So I just want to lift this up because I didn't quite get my adhesive right to the very edge, which is always nice because then I can tuck a few things in. So I'm going to just fold this down here and then fold that up. Very easy. And now I can add a little more adhesive to the edges to get that to fold down. All right, so then I'm going to slip. All right, so I have a picture. Let's see. Yeah. So if I have a picture, that'll be 4x6. I don't think I have a 4x6, but I'll use this piece. 4x6, so I can just slide my picture right underneath there. So, and you may want to wait. It depends on the picture you're going to put on the edge. You could add, if you put your adhesive like in a little bit, you can leave this and put this on after you have your picture with the border, in case you have something that comes out farther and you don't want to, you know, depending on how your pictures lay. So, all right, then the last little element here is this part of this, and this was just an extra little piece that was in there, and I'm going to actually cut this, and I'm just going to hand cut it really quickly out. Okay, and so then I'm just going to fussy cut just a little bit. I'm not going real intricate with it. I'm just going to kind of bring it up, bring it down for my leaf. And I do leave a little bit of a border, but I'm going to line it up with how they did it with their border. So it looks like it was a pre-dyed or pre-cut piece, but it really isn't. Okay, and then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit, out. And when you're using your scissors and you're doing fussy cutting, I don't know if anybody's ever told you this, but you want to move your paper and not your scissors. So like I'm pressing down and I'm going to move my paper up, and then I'm turning it and I'm bringing it down, moving my paper over. It just makes the cut a little bit better. So then down here, I'm going to just do a little tiny strip of adhesive on the bottom layer. And you know what? I think I'm going to actually use this glue here. And I'm out of the picture, but let's see if we can get the glue to come out. Whoa! This is an old bottle of glue. See if we can get that to come out. Well, maybe I'll have to grab a new bottle of glue. All right. Whoa! Yeah, there we go. Yep, new bottle of glue gives you a lot of glue. Okay, so I'm going to just wipe that off a little bit. Okay, and I'm just going to put it down on the very edge. And I'm only putting glue on this little part here. Now I need to wipe my fingers off. Where's my little cloth? Okay. So I'm just going to line this up right here on the bottom of this page. And then that way I can stick my picture in when I'm ready to put my photo in. So you just want a little teeny tiny strip, not like me, not a big huge glob of glue. Okay. Oh, all right. So let's see. Let's decorate a little bit more. We got our stripe. There were some seashells and stuff that were in your little kit that came. So what we're gonna do is gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna add a little cute little seashell right here with just a little dab of glue. And I love how that kind of stands up too on there. Just looks so cute. Okay, so this is page 1. Super simple. I just love it. All right, so we're gonna put this page away and we're gonna start page 2, which is really a fun page to do. And looks like I'm gonna need a little more gray paper for my photo spots. Let me grab another piece. I thought when I got that out that would be plenty, but not always. So this is just a really light piece of gray paper. And so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut 4. This time we're going to cut 4. Let's get the actual thing. Well, actually we're going to only do 3 again. So here is the layout again, right here. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut 3 more photo spots. We're going to cut them 4. I'm going to go 4 1/4. And then I'm going to go another 4 1/4. The other thing, if you're a paper saver, you could cut this at, this is another tip, you could cut this at 4 and 4 and then cut down your photo 1/4 of an inch along the edge. If you want to keep your cardstock, if you don't have a lot of cardstock to use, but I do like the border. I think the border gives it a little more pop. So 4 1/4 here. I'm going to cut that like that. But you can see I waste quite a bit of paper just doing the photo spots. But so like I said, you could do 4 1/4 or 4 by 4 with a 12 by 12 piece. If you have 8 1/2 by 11, then you wouldn't be wasting, because 8 1/2, half of that would be 4 1/4 anyway. So it just depends on, what you like. But yes, you could save a little bit of your paper if you cut your photo down just 1/4 of an inch, and that would still give you a nice border. Okay, so I want 4 1/4 again. Oops. And 4 1/4 again. So I need 3 photo spots. Isn't this cute? I just love that cute little guy. He's just so adorable. And then I need 1 more photo spot. So 4 1/4 again. And I'm saving these because I could use this for a 4x6 photo spot, or 2, or, you know, because I save all my scraps because you just never know how you're going to, if you're going to need it or not. All right, so let's move on. Got that cutting done. And we'll move this up so we can see it as we build the page. All right, so this, if you remember, I already put the blue on the back and I brought it in 1 inch and down 1 inch so that it's nice and centered. And then I'm going to take my adhesive and just build up how I want my, for my 3 photos on this side. But again, like I said, you could do a different combination. You could have a 4x6 photo here, a 3x4 photo here. You can change this up to fit your photos. That's what I like about nice, simple designs that just make it your own. This is your layout, so make it your own. Okay, so this one I'm gonna put like right about there. And again, if you notice, I didn't put my adhesive all the way to the edge so I can line up that little strip. So let's go ahead and do that first. I'm going to just take a little bit of adhesive on this side. I'm going to line it up right on the edge of that. Fold it down straight, and then put a little bit of adhesive on the end here. And then pick this up a little bit if I can. There we go. And you could do this ahead of time too. I like to make things difficult sometimes. Okay, so now I have that on there, and I'm just going to go ahead and take another little piece of adhesive and put that down. So there you go. All right, so there's no adhesive here, again, so I can stick my photo right in here, and that'll look just perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is, oh, it's on the other side of the table, but I have this cute little sunshine, and that came from that one little piece that we cut out on the other page that had the little island that sat over here. So let's go ahead and just fussy cut this. And I'm not even really fussy cutting it really hard. I'm just taking, if you had a circle punch, you could even like center it on your circle punch and do it that way. I'm just going around the little sunshine, just as careful as I can to try to line it up. I made a few pointies, so I'm just going to kind of trim those pointies up a little bit so it's a little smoother. Okay, and you could pop dot this sunshine up if you wanted to. So I'm going to just stick my little sunshine there. And if you notice, there's a little bit of shimmer on the sunshine. I didn't put it on this one. But if you have Wink of Stella, which is a clear, oops, that's not clear. If you have Wink of Stella, which is a clear shimmer brush, I have some older shimmer brushes from the company I used to work for. And all I do is just put a little bit of shimmer. I love it. It makes that sunshine just kind of glitter. Let me see if I can just bring this up for you to see. Isn't that cute? Hope you can see that. All right. So now I need to grab, it's way over on the other end of the table. So let's grab that last little piece there with my cute little crayon. And so this piece I am just going to put some adhesive on the back. And I'm going to pull this up again. Might have to pull it up quite a bit. There we go. And I'm going to line this up to the edge of my paper. Okay. There we go. So it'll flip, just be over a little bit, and then I can put some more adhesive on here just to keep it down. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and take my adorable little guy, and this one is kind of glued in. I put a little bit of glue on his hand so it will stick better. And I'm going to go ahead and just stick him here. He's kind of just happy about being out in the sunshine. And then I'm going to take one of the stars that came in the kit, or maybe I had stamped it, because if you remember, there is a stamp pad that comes with this. It has a little sunshine and a few other elements in it. I'm just going to go ahead and stick this little starfish down here in the sand. And there you go. Another layout complete. Now, there is one other thing too. In the kit is these really cute, let me bring it up so you can see it. These really cute, I can't tell if you can see it or not, little jewels kind of, and they're clear and they look like little water drops. So I did put a few on my paper here and there, and I'm going to add a few on here as well. So I'm just going to take one, put it there, take another one, maybe put it over here. And I think it just, and they're very flat, so they're not going to hurt your photos at all. As far as, you know, I hate things that pop up and pinch on your photos. These are nice and flat, but it does give it a little more interest, as you can see. I think you can see that pretty well. All right, well, this is Friday, Scrapbook Friday, or Friday, Scrapbook Sunday. I'm so used to doing Friday Fun Fold. So, this is a new series, so I'm starting Sunday, Scrapbook Sunday. So I'm glad you joined me. I hope you like what you saw. And like I said, if you do like what you see, please subscribe to my channel. And also, if you want to purchase these items, my website will be in the comments, so you can go and purchase these items if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber. If you're not, please contact me and we can work something out. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.